Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome back to OpenTTD from 1733. We are in the midst of a task. The task is, effectively, attempting to care about endgame ratings. Normally, I just play for fun, kind of set my own targets or whatever. But, I don't know, I've got it into my head to try and if not max out all of these, then at least improve them. And as you can see, the ratings, we've got 100% on near everything. Stations, it does keep creeping up, and you know, I think we have no difficulty. We will have no difficulty hitting that. You know, we can add more and more profitable, regularly serviced stations. No worries there. No, the one that we're struggling with at the moment, is this. The minimum profit per vehicle. Yeah, we're struggling with that. Here we have, as you might be able to see, a chemical route and a sand route. And these are two things that are replacing I would call them poorly performing ship routes. Now you see, back in the day, a ship that would make $2,000 a year, $2,500 a year regularly, that was the bread and butter. Back before trains were a thing. Back when, you know, 10 miles an hour was a luxury. But we are quite a way beyond that. I seem to recall actually that this sand route was super early for us. We did it really early. I don't think it was the first one we set up, but you know, it was a route that we had been shipping since the 50s maybe, something like that, a good long time. But it just wasn't making the money. And the issue is, having spent eye-watering sums of cash, you know, these trains aren't making the money either. There, you know, the chemical one looks like what, $5,000 a year, but the two sand trains, $3.5 a year. It's problematic, but you know what? I'm gonna leave them for now. The sand here, you know, potentially I could ship in engineering supplies and just max out the sand and minimize the wait time. But it's also the case that we might be able to improve this a little down the line with a new train, because if I recall correctly, oh, there's the old train. If I recall correctly, we've just had, here it is, our first electric train become available, and it looks powerful and strong. Slightly cheaper to run than, for example, the High Flyer. So I think it's entirely feasible that before the end of the game we can supply engineering supplies to this sandbank and, you know, potentially electrify our track, and we might just eke out the profits there to over 10,000 per year. But as you can see, the min profit is at 0. Our score here is 0 because we have trains that are making a loss, and it's that I'm going to start working through today. I have just noticed I've got, you see these little grey arrows here. We have been replacing trains, and all of them have been replaced. So Ramsbottom to Aberdare, let's stop that. But also passengers in the regular passenger trains, express passenger trains. We've gone from the standard to the High Flyer. Okay, so I mean, freight strikes me as trickier to work out, and I'm feeling somewhat lazy. Let me just have a look and see what we're working at. Profit last year. So yeah, we do have some here, which are, you know, we've got 3 loss-making trains. It would appear. I'm not going to get into that, I promise. Ew, what are they doing? Are they taking alcohol? They're taking food. Okay, okay. Intriguing. I think this might just simply be a case of too many trains. You know, we've got 2 trains there, and we have a 3rd here. And now that they're going more quickly, potentially 3 trains is too many. So you know what? I think we'll go down to 2. We'll have 1 delivering and 1 loading at any given moment. Oh, you see, look, I've gotten sucked into this already. I have gotten sucked into sorting this out. But those are the only loss-making trains. Admittedly, we've got a bunch here. These are food trains, livestock trains that look like they are potentially making less than 10 grand a year. But after that, everything looks good on a year-by-year basis. In fact, it looks very good in the express freight arena. So far, so good. We will leave that. We will leave that. It's these express passengers that I'm looking at, because this is... Look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I believe. It could be 10. Well, look, we've got a number of trains here, a significant chunk, who are just losing money year on year. And I think I know the reason, and I think anyone who's been watching and following along will be able to tell as well. The reason is it's just too ambitious for this stage of the game, is the route. This is our map. It's, you know, pretty big. But look, Canley up here, all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way across these bridges, all the way across these bridges, through our busiest section of track, down here, all the way to here. Batbourne. That is where these trains are going. I am pretty sure. Sorry, wrong button. Let's have a look. Yeah, Batbourne Woods to Canley. So here, all the way up to here. And with the best will in the world, they just can't do it in a year. I think it takes them more like 20 months just for the journey, and that doesn't include, waiting to be loaded at either end and anything like breakdowns and what have you. So, something needs to happen to improve this situation, and I'm sort of torn. I'm looking at the map. Part of me thinks, well, if we picked somewhere halfway, we could have them stop there. So we could do Batbourne to Penningwell, Penningwell to Canley, Canley back to Penningwell, Penningwell back to Batbourne. But I gotta be honest, I don't even know if they would make that in time. And at any rate, if we have a look at Penningwell, let's just move these guys to the side. You know, it has this terminal station here. We've got some awkward network stuff around it, but I guess my point is it's pretty busy, and I don't know that it could cope with a influx of new trains. I don't think there's the capacity here for that. Oh look, there's our head office. Colin. Still got the sadness in your eyes. Despite working for a multi-million-pound company. What can you do? So, I mean, you know, our reputation in Pennywell is such that I'm pretty sure we could demolish large parts of the town and create a new station. It's just we don't have much room to maneuver. Part of me is wondering whether we do something here. We do have this this hotel. There's another one down here. But I just don't know. Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure how we would go about that. We just don't have that much room, and as I say, it does seem pretty full. Perhaps a better way to go might be to look for a town somewhere around here that we could hit up on the way down, and maybe a town either over here or over here that we could hit as well, and in that way we would improve matters. So at the moment, let's take the route from Backbone. We've got trains loading up here, and at the moment we built them this little bypass. You know, I'm not entirely sure what I was thinking when I first did this. I think it was that we genuinely didn't have enough money to build big bridges and big islands, and I didn't want to slow the train down to 20 mile an hour over a long wooden bridge. But at any rate, currently, trains load up in Backbone. They're up over here, and they're up and across here. They go underneath Cuttown Woods to the waypoint, and here is where they join the main line, where things are mighty busy, as you can see. And this line is, you know, it's about at capacity, I would say. It's certainly got a lot of freight on it. You know, we have iron ore, scrap metal and coal heading to the furnace up here, and you know, I haven't even touched that in many episodes. It's just doing its thing, and you know, if we look at it at all, I mean, everyone's earning a huge amount of money according to that, and okay, maybe more of a mixed bag there, and that might need looking at. Wow, that's a lot of trains, isn't it? But overall, you know, anyway, that's not what we're looking at this point. Part of me wonders about whether, you know, whether we stop somewhere like Baffingburg? We could stop somewhere. Yeah, we could stop somewhere here, potentially, at Larborough. You know, that could be a good first stop. We wouldn't need to be fastidious about picking people up. Where else? I mean, Sinningville could also be an option. That's a bit of track. I know we have this station here, but it doesn't seem good. It's not so much about picking something up. I guess it's more about getting it the right distance away so that trains can make money as they go on this route. So, yes. Yeah, okay. So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to make another route. I'm going to extend this route out from Backbone Woods, and we'll add, I think, two. I think we need more than one extra stop. I think we need maybe 2 or 3, and I want them to be brand new stations so that we don't have to worry about traffic and things like that. Plus, it helps us towards the other goal that we're still a little behind. So the station's goal here. Okay, so I'm going to shut up, and I shall do that now. Alright, there we go. We've set up 3 new stations. The Dunway Bar, Grill and Rooms. Very nice. The Sinningville Bar, Grill and Rooms. Sounds delightful. And the less salubrious Fontown Pit. Guess which one's got the worst TripAdvisor reviews. Yeah. Okay, so... Wow, look at this. Oof, here's another issue for us to sort out at some point. Here we go. Here we have all of the trains. If I don't delete them, all the trains coming to Canley. You know what? Yeah, no, let's do it this way. So, this goes to Backbone Woods. In fact, tell you what, I'm not going to sort it by profit. Let's sort it this way and see if Are any of these guys going different? Right. Yes, there are. Okay, so. Now, I'm going to stick on my first thing. Where are we? October. Okay, so profit last year. Here we go. This train. Batbourne Woods to Canley. And you know what? We need to... Yeah, I'm going to delete all of these out. And it's going to be going to Canley. It's going to full load at Canley. And then... we're going to send it to the pit. And I'm not going to ask it to full load. It's just going to go there. And then I'm going to send it to the Sinningville Bar Grill and Rooms. And again, not going to tell it to full load. And then we're going to send it here. And then we're going to send it here. And Batbourne Woods, we will get it to full load. Then we're going to have it go back the way it came via the stations that it came in reverse order. And that will be our new route. So that is train 136. 145. Nice. That's already copied across. But now let's do this. There we go. So that's 159 done. 156. It's on its way to Batbourne Woods. So let's do this. Skip ahead to Batbourne Woods. So we got 136, 156, 145, 159, 155. Batbourne Woods to Canley. It's on the way to Canley, so we can just do this. There we go. Nice. 158. Batbourne Woods to Canley. It's on the way to Batbourne Woods, so do this. Skip ahead to Batbourne Woods. Okay. Where are we up to? 158. Number 25. Yeah, different route. So we'll leave you for later. This one looks like. Yep, and that one already has the new improved route available. Where are we up to? 152, that's going to be a different one there. It is... Have we done 144? It's already done. Okay, this is off to Batbourne Woods, so... There we go. Looking pretty good at this point, I think. 147 is already updated. 24 will be going to a different place. Yes. And yes, you know what, I might get rid of a couple because I think we have too many trains going into Canley, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Yeah. Okay. I think that's done it. So there we go. We've updated these trains. And here is no, that's a different one. I was about to say, oh, there's one. But not quite yet. It isn't. I'll send you on your way. Yeah. So that has been updated. that's been updated, and I hope that route proves successful. Let's just have a look. Has anyone come down here yet to Fontown Pit? Do we have passengers waiting? Not yet. Will this be our first? No. Okay, let's try the other stations. Take it is actually working. Not sure that it is yet working. Well, maybe what we should do, because a lot of these trains were sort of in between, and as we have seen, we might be overloaded on trains. That is entirely possible. We just have too many of them. So, just trying to find. Here we go. Let's. Hey. There we go. You might have noticed I quite like following trains along new routes. But yes, so we can see there that train was losing money last year. Probably because, effectively it was a feast or famine situation. It would go a couple of years without profits, and then it would get monster profits once it actually made it across the map. But these aren't vac tube trains. These are still relatively slow steam trains. I mean, they're up to a top speed of 85 miles an hour at the moment. But these little stops, ka-ching, are the way to go. I mean, that made 14,000 there, and in future there will be stuff to pick up. We will get, maybe not a wonderful rating, but it'll do all right, I think. The one bit that I'm a little worried about, my train, the new route, is just the traffic on the main line. And that is, well, I guess it's not. I guess it is this branch line here. It does seem to get pretty clogged, pretty congested. But as we work through loss-making trains, we will come to that and we will get that sorted. So for now, that's I think that's going to be okay. And it's bombing along at a reasonable rate. It's got the downhill bit, and there we go, 85 miles an hour. It hasn't hit any traffic untoward just yet, so that is something. But yeah, so there we go. I would say we've improved that route. Ambitious but rubbish, as Top Gear sort of described themselves. I think that was the case with this route. It was just too big, and this way we will get more regular income, and these trains won't be loss making in a given year. It'll take a little while for these stations to fill with passengers. The passengers don't start waiting until the first time you have a train stop there. And I'm not going to set timetables, and I'm not going to set them to wait for a full load. The idea with these is just to make sure they get a delivery in a year. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. I guess that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I guess the only thing left for me to consider is whether we go for the Raven. The max reliability is already going up. Top speed is 5 mile an hour less, but the power is greater, the tractive effort is greater, and the running cost is lower. I think we'll... Oh no, well, I can't replace it yet, can I? Because I'm going to need to electrify my track. And that is something that I think we should do now. Let's go ahead and spend the money to electrify all of the track. Okay, just gotta try and make sure I don't miss any. So I'm doing it in a very hodgepodge way. Let's try this here. Oh gosh. Yeah. This is one of the aspects of the game where I think just having like a menu option to go, you know what, turn all of this track into all of this other type of track, please. I think that would be massively beneficial. But here we go. That looks like I got all of that. I haven't forgotten that I've got this new unprofitable, well, not massively profitable venture down there. I've got all this train track here. And that there. Need to get all of it. I think we did. Let's go here. Here. I think we've gotten everything up here. So let's do that. Let's do that. That's all of the bridges. I think we might have it all there. And that would mean that we are able, should we want to upgrade all the express passenger trains. And I think we're going to. We lose 5 miles an hour, but we're gonna gain, I reckon, I think whatever we lose in that, we will gain in acceleration and tractive effort. So we're going to go for that here. And I wonder as well about express freight. Let's just have a look. You know what? Maybe not on the express freight. Although maybe it's another one where it would improve the power. The cost would go up a little. You know what? I'm going to do it. Seems crazy, but that's where we're at. Okay. What about heavy freight? Are we still on the double rams bottoms? We are. And they are much cheaper. The regular passenger service. What are we on there? Let's have a look. Passengers are on the standard. Okay, let's leave them for later. But there we go. Do. Okay, well, I think that will do for us. Oh gosh, I'll tell you what I have forgotten, and is going to be needed, and that is some of these. Yeah, we're gonna need some train depots, aren't we? So gonna do that. Got some there. Got some there. Got some there. Lovely. Yeah, we built all that new track, didn't we? And then, yeah, didn't build any depots. And I think, yeah, we could put one here, since that'll then have a downhill bit, and maybe we could put one here. And yeah, I'm gonna send this guy into the station just to see our first electrified train, and that now will do it. Alrighty then. Well, there we go. We've started making an effort to remove some of the actually loss-making trains from our network, and really it's not even removing them, it's just adjusting their orders. Instead of going all the way from A to B across practically the whole map, we're going to make some stops along the way, and I think that's a pretty smart move and ought to be an easy way to go from loss making to profit making, and I'm pretty happy with that. So join us again next time. We'll keep on trying to optimize, quote unquote, our profitability in our networks, and we'll see if I got all the track with the electrification upgrade there. It was done in a rather haphazard, last minute thought kind of a way, so let's see if that worked. But as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves.